Hi, I'm Bernina educator Haley Grish. Let me introduce you to the Bernina 475QE. The B475QE is a fantastic entry-level or compact machine with many of the helpful features you might find on our larger, higher-end machines. The B475QE has a 4.3-inch centrally located color touchscreen that is simple and intuitive to use. It also has a front-loading bobbin, which means it's easy to get to even if you have a project under your needle. Plus, our bobbin is huge. The jumbo bobbin holds up to 70% more thread than a standard bobbin. That means that you don't need to swap it out as often, and when you do, it's super easy to do. Also on the B475QE is one of my favorite convenience or comfort features, the automatic thread cutter. Now, you might be wondering what the QE and B475QE stands for. That means it's a quilter's edition. And really what that means is that this machine is going to come with some features and accessories that us quilters are particularly big fans of. One of which is patchwork foot number 37. This is our standard 5.5mm wide straight stitch 1/4 inch foot. And it's not just a 1/4 inch foot. The 37 has some extra markings on it that are going to help guide you as you're sewing. There are small notches on the left and right side directly in line with your needle. Also, we have little notches a 1/4 inch behind and in front of the needle. So if you're sewing and you need to stop a 1/4 inch away from your edge, or maybe you need to pivot around a turn, you can see that clearly without having to stop and guess where you're at. I love features on a machine that can help me take my mind off the machine and hardware so that I can focus on the creative part of my sewing. One tool in the B475QE that does that is the needle minder. On the left side of the screen is the status bar, and in here I have this little needle icon. When I select that, I can tell the machine exactly what kind of needle I have inserted. This is going to do two things. Number one, if I'm using something like a twin needle, a triple needle, or maybe even a decorative wing needle, the machine is going to prevent any unfortunate accidents from happening that might occur with a non-standard needle. For example, if I'm using a twin needle, the machine is going to limit how wide I can make my stitch in order for it to stay within that maximum stitch width and not damage the machine, the presser foot, or me. Number two, the second thing that our needle minder does for us is to just remember exactly what we have in the machine. I don't need to memorize color coding on my needle or just try and guess what's in the machine, because with the press of a button, I can say exactly what type of needle I have and the size, and that'll stay in the machine when I come back to it. If the mood strikes you to try something new, but maybe you're not sure where to start, take a look at Creative Consultant. This tool presents you with 12 different options for fabrics, including a variety of weights for both woven and knit fabrics, things like fur, lace, velvet, leather, and more. Then you can choose the technique that you want to sew with that fabric. Your options here vary from simple seaming to buttonholes, quilting, even zipper insertion. The machine is going to give you some recommendations to get started. It'll tell you the best needle, thread, stitch, and even presser foot to use. It'll also tell you if that technique benefits from some extra stability like a fabric stabilizer or maybe cording in a buttonhole. The B475QE comes with the freehand system. This is a kind of comfort feature, but once you get used to having it, it's really hard to go without. The freehand system is a knee lever that can be used to raise and lower the presser foot. In addition to raising and lowering the foot, the machine is also going to release your upper thread tension and drop the feed dog when that foot goes up. And that gives you a little extra room and also a smooth surface to slide fabric in under the foot. This is really helpful with chain piecing or applique. You can raise the foot as much or as little as you want, just to give yourself a few extra millimeters to move your fabric smoothly. Speaking of applique, the B475QE allows you to really fine-tune your stitches, including mirror image. This comes in particularly handy when doing machine applique. With the push of a button, you can mirror your stitch both left and right, or up and down. And of course, you always have control of the stitch width and length on any stitch. Your Bernina gives you the power to fully customize any stitch on the machine. I hope you love the Bernina 475 QE just as much as I do.